not familiar with the FireTail, basically what it does is it is a clamp that clamps onto the tail cap of your flashlight, and it has a paddle. So basically what it does is it changes the direction required to activate your flashlight from a forward motion to a squeeze motion. Similar to the ergonomics of a tape switch. Obviously you don't have to move your support hand. All you have to do to activate your flashlight, all you have to do is give it a little squeeze to activate your flashlight. We're going to be installing it today on a Streamlight ProTech HL, which is it's one of our favorite flashlights to pair the FireTail with for two reasons. Number one, it's got an integrated mount, and we're going to be mounting this on a pick rail, but you can use any type of mount. You can do M-lock, key mod, as long as the distance from the paddle to the rail doesn't get interfered with, and that's why we love this light, because it mounts the distance perfect. The other reason we like this light is because it's programmable. For a lot of guys who don't like the strobe and all the different intensity modes and all that, you can just simplify this thing to on and off on full power, which is how we do it. All right, so what we're going to do to install this, the first thing we're going to do is make sure that our gun is clear, and I've already done that. You're going to need a 7/64 Allen key, and the first thing you're going to want to do is loosen up the tail cap clamp just slightly enough to slide the FireTail on. And you'll notice on the underside of the paddle there's a protrusion there. We call that the hammer. What you're going to want to do is you want that hammer to just barely kiss up against the pressure switch without activating the flashlight, and that's going to be kind of your sweet spot. And the other thing you want to take into account is that the paddle is parallel to the rail. Once you've got those two things kind of figured out, go ahead and snug the screw down. Don't tighten it down yet, because we want to make sure that its function's good. And in this case, this light, like I said, all it has is momentary, which works just fine, and click. And the nice thing about the FireTail is it just augments the capability of your flashlight. It doesn't change any of your flashlight's inherent capabilities. It simply changes, like I said, the direction of motion from this to this. So if you like strobe and you like all those intensity modes, you can still have them. It's just a different direction of motion. One of the innovative features on the FireTail, you probably already noticed, is the fact that this paddle flips up and locks, and you'll hear a nice hard snap with that detent. There's actually a lot of engineering that went into this thing. The first version we didn't have that, and we found that when you stored your gun in your safe or in a bag and it leaned up against something, it could inadvertently kill your battery. So now you can lock that out so that that's not going to happen. And the other nice thing about this paddle being able to flip up like that is you can just take your expensive light off your gun, and you can use it as a handheld. And then when you want to put it back on your rifle, just stick it out there on the end of the rail, flip down the paddle, and now you're back in business with a rifle-mounted tactical flashlight. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, check us out at fire-tail.com. Thank you.